Good evening, fellow tie-dye enthusiasts. I have on the hot water irrigation station a summer dress folded in stripes. Lime was a requested color, so I'm starting with that. Part of that is nylon and won't dye, so I'm going to stop with that for the moment. My second color is bitter blue-green. Very pretty color with lots and lots of splits. And my third color for this project is deep yellow. This young lady has a great tan, works outside fairly often, and will look fantastic in these colors. Yes, she will. Looks orange, doesn't it? Deep yellow. All three of these are Dharma colors. Going to start repeating my colors now with the lime pop. You may or may not have noticed, if you look down under this garment, there is another garment that has been scrunched that will be muck dyed from the hot water irrigation on this dress. That's why we call it a twofer. We get two for the price of one. So I put dye on one garment, and after I hot water irrigate it, the garment below it will be dyed also in the muck water, or the runoff from the hot water irrigation. Remember to wipe your spoon if you do what I just did and put it on the soda ash. Next, I am back to dark yellow, deep yellow. I'm not sure if I'm getting that right. I'm going to have to look at the label again. Back to my lemon yellow. I did a little bit of spoon breaking of the chunks on the lime pop. The lime pop is what I'm using right now, sorry. I think I'm going to quit talking. Seems I've forgotten how for this evening. Been a long day. So young Diego needs your prayers. Fell off the trampoline, broke his arm. please send your positive thoughts if that's what you do. If you pray, pray for him, please. That bone will mend. It's the big bone in his right arm up above his elbow. Poor little guy. Hardly got any sleep last night. I am back with the color Deep Yellow. Just check the label to make sure I got it right. Deep Yellow. Looks orange going on. But actually stands up pretty good as a yellow. I've used it at least once already and like it as far as it being able to stand up to other dyes. Lemon yellow gets taken over by other dyes on a regular basis. I sure am glad I have another shirt under there since I just dumped about half a spoonful down on the grate. Back to my lime pop. Better blue-green. Deep yellow. Sounds like the weatherman's predicting storms here in Oklahoma for Thursday again. Happens on a regular basis in the springtime around here. I go out on the front porch and watch them, which is what my father used to do. Trying to get dye down inside my folds with this lime pop so it makes a good showing next to the better blue-green. Still gets cold at night, and yet we're going to have storms come Thursday. Isn't that always interesting around here? Yep, very. Oh, pay attention to your work, Grace. I am my own worst critic. My sisters have told me that over and over again. Started with lime pop, ending with lime pop. That's wonderful. So the very top of the dress will have lime pop and the very tail. That's fantastic. That was an accident. No, I didn't count the spaces. I'm not that OCD. Pretty OCD, but not quite that bad. That has a lot of folds right there, so I want to make sure I get dye down inside all of them. All right, I do have hot water ready. Let me get it on the project, and I will be back with you. Thanks for watching. I'm back with the water in the sprayer. Have soda ash on everything. Have the sprayer set on its wimpiest setting to first put the dye where I want it to stay before I start making splatters with the larger amount of water. Do want definite lines here while I'm starting this way. I did put a little bit of dye on the project in the bottom of the bucket, because if you do just muck dye, which means just what's left over from me spraying the top item, the bottom gets really good dye, but the top doesn't, so I sprinkled a tiny bit on the top. I turned the sprayer up on high and we'll be pushing dye through. This is Lime Pop on the tail of the dress. Deep yellow. Better blue-green. Don't mind the better blue-green in the Lime Pop too much. Don't particularly want the better blue-green in with the deep yellow. Notice I go back and spray it the other direction. As you can see, we're starting to get dye dripping under the project. That's great. That means it's soaking through all layers. So we have Lime Pop Deep Yellow is the section I'm spraying right now. Looks almost orange, doesn't it? And better blue-green. And I keep chasing the better blue-green out of my deep yellow. Don't mind it going into Lime Pop. That's not a bad place for it. Alright, gonna stop, pump up the sprayer, continue the irrigation process, come back in a couple hours, maybe tomorrow morning, we'll see, depends on how I feel. You'll see results. Thanks so much for watching. Have a blessed evening.